Surfshark is an online security service that almost needs no introduction. If you've been here on YouTube, you've probably already seen 1 or 2 sponsored videos promoting it. But well, this time we're flipping the script. It's a Surfshark review made by Surfshark. I know how that sounds, but hear me out. While for full transparency, I do work here at Surfshark, I'm actually not going to sit here, well, I am sitting, but I am not going to tell you that Surfshark is perfect. Instead, I am going to walk you through what Surfshark actually does well, what it does really well, and honestly, what they're still working on. They being the Surfshark developers who are working on improving, innovating, and creating the product itself. And then after all that, you can decide what you think about Surfshark. But now let's get into what Surfshark even is. Founded in 2018, it started as a VPN, a tool that masks your IP address online, essentially making you appear from a different location, which comes with a variety of online privacy benefits. So VPN is really the core of Surfshark, which is why it's the tool included with every bundle that you can buy. However, today Surfshark offers a whole bundle of tools in one box, such as an antivirus, data leak alerts, a tool for generating a whole new email or phone number so you can protect your real one so you don't have to hand over your info to every random site that asks for it. Surfshark even provides $1 million identity theft coverage. And there's so much more that Surfshark offers that I'll mention in the rest of this video. But let's cover Surfshark VPN first. Number one thing you probably want to know is Surfshark VPN actually fast? The short answer is yes. Surfshark runs its servers at 10 gigabits with select locations going up to a whopping 100 gigabits. And Surfshark was actually the first VPN to hit that. What that means in practice is that no matter which location you choose to connect to, your connection speed will be fast. Speaking of locations, or in this case coverage, Surfshark VPN has over 4,500 servers in 100 countries. So whether it's North America, South America, Europe, Africa, Asia, you'll have plenty of locations and countries to choose from. We'll actually leave a full list of VPN locations that Surfshark offers in the video's description below. Now, one other thing that Surfshark does really well is innovation. One great example of that is Surfshark's own built from scratch VPN protocol called Dausos. And once again, it's Dausos, not dog sauce. This protocol provides a noticeable uplift in VPN speeds compared to other protocols used by other VPN providers, and as a bonus, it's also a lot more secure too. In practice, Surfshark VPN just works. This might sound like a weird statement, but usually a big downside of VPNs is either slower browsing speeds or inability to access certain websites. But with Surfshark, you're not going to notice a difference for day-to-day browsing, which sounds again a bit boring, but that's important. Streaming, gaming, video calls, it all works, but now you're a lot more private online. Though, to be fully honest with you, you might see a small dip in speeds if you're connecting to a server that is on the other side of the planet, but that's totally normal and true for every single VPN. What I actually want to point out is the speed consistency. A lot of VPNs are fast sometimes and then randomly get super slow or have terrible speeds. Surfshark has invested heavily in making sure that the experience is stable and not just quick on a good day. Independent testing and real-world benchmarks are out there to back this up, so you can go check those numbers out yourself. But sometimes also check yourself out in the mirror. Looking good, but are you secure? Online, that is, because, well, when we're talking about Surfshark, it is an online security product through and through. So after connecting to Surfshark VPN, your connection will be encrypted with the most effective encryption algorithms to date: AEGIS 256x2, AES 256, and SHA-SHA-20. If it sounded like I just tried casting a spell from Harry Potter, just know that the encryption algorithms do an important job of encrypting your connection and making it safe, and Surfshark is really good at that. You might have also heard about how some VPNs can collect your data, as upon connecting to one, your VPN essentially becomes your ISP and can in theory see what you browse online. Well, Surfshark is different. Surfshark has a strict no logs policy, and it's not just Surfshark saying that. It's been independently verified by a third party. And it was also one of the first VPN providers to upgrade to RAM-only servers, which basically means that no data is ever stored. Because each time a server reboots, which happens periodically, all data is wiped. gone and never to be seen again. By the way, the last thing you'd want to happen when using a VPN is accidentally disconnecting from it, which can happen if the server you're connected to experiences some kind of an issue. Luckily, Surfshark has a feature called Kill Switch, which, as it says, cuts your internet if the VPN connection drops. So basically, it ensures that you're never accidentally exposed. You can enable it in the VPN settings of the app. Oh, here you'll also find a feature called Clean Web that blocks ads, trackers, and phishing attempts before they can ever reach you. There's also a more advanced version of Clean Web available that you should know about in the Surfshark browser extension. Bottom line, it's another feature that lets you feel safer online. I also want to show you how easy it is to set up Surfshark. So here I open up Google Play Store on my Pixel 10, looked up Surfshark, pressed install, created an account, logged in, hit connect, and in less than 3 minutes, my internet connection is safe and private. Honestly, it doesn't get any easier than that. Features like login with code can also help you if you need to set up more devices in the future, which, by the way, you'd probably want to do since with Surfshark, you can use it on an unlimited number of devices, be it phones, TVs, tablets, laptops, and so on. Okay, so I promised in the beginning that this would be an honest review. Well, here's the truth. No product is flawless, and well, Surfshark is no exception. For one, Surfshark does have a bit of a feature parity problem. For instance, the aforementioned awesome Surfshark Dausos VPN protocol is only available on Apple Mac versions of the app. Same goes for features like Fast Track. Of course, it will eventually come to Android and Windows, but it can feel a bit punishing for using a platform other than macOS. Again, Surfshark developers are aware of this. Surfshark, as many other VPNs, also tend to get criticized for its pricing, especially if you go month to month instead of the yearly plans. The price is noticeably higher. But hey, the honest truth is that running a VPN business ain't free. Maintaining a secure high-end speed and global VPN network requires massive infrastructure costs. Paid subscriptions fund strict no-logs policies, 24/7 customer support, and advanced features. Speaking of value, in total, Surfshark has 3 plans on offer: Starter, 1, and 1 Plus. Naturally, the 1 Plus bundle is the most feature-rich and provides a VPN, antivirus, ad blocker, personal data masking, data leak alerts, and even more stuff that I haven't even mentioned. Like a whole other data privacy product called Incogni that you might have heard about, and it will help you remove already collected data from the internet. Overall, it's literally everything and more for staying private online. And all of that is included in one single subscription. The most popular option is the Surfshark One bundle, and it's for a reason, as it's the best value overall. However, it does drop the Incogni and coverage for identity theft. Lastly, the Surfshark Starter plan has the essentials: a VPN and alternative ID, as well as the Clean Web feature. Perfect plan for when you only need the basic tools at a lower price. One last thing on price, and Surfshark VPN specifically, is that, like I've mentioned before, Surfshark lets you connect an unlimited number of devices. Not 5, not 10, but unlimited. Something that is very unique in the VPN industry, and it basically means that one Surfshark subscription covers all devices in your household with no extra cost. So when you break it down per device, yeah, that's the ultimate deal right there. All right, so Surfshark. Is it worth it? Look, in my honest opinion, yes. Having worked at Surfshark for nearly 7 years now, I've seen it grow to what it is today, and at the same time, I see it improving year by year. Adding new features, improving VPN connection stability, improving the ease of use of the app with great UI and UX updates, and so on and so on. But more importantly, the numbers like 40 million app downloads is also something that cannot be ignored. Not to mention Trustpilot reviews and the independent auditors who over the years have backed up the claims about Surfshark's privacy and security. So hey, give Surfshark a try yourself, and as there is a 30-day money-back guarantee, it will literally be risk-free. And with that, it'll be all for this Surfshark review video. If you want to learn more about Surfshark, check out this video next, but that'll be all for now. Take care.